Today I am making rainbow tempeh bowls. I thought I would introduce you to Tempeh. This is the brand that we like, Light Life. But there are several brands out there. You will want to look at the labels. Sometimes there are grains in there. If you have any grain issues, you'll want to look for that. So Tempeh is a whole food product. It's soybeans. Can you see the soybeans there? They are just pressed together and then fermented. And so it does create a little bit of a film, and I will cut it open and let you see that. But it's just the whole beans that are pressed together and then left to ferment. So it's packed full of fiber and vitamins and minerals and different phytonutrients that you find in regular soy. You will want to make sure that your tempeh is organic. Let's see if I can get into this package here. So tempeh is usually in 2 packages. So remove the outer one, and then you'll see there is another one here. Let me get this out. Tempeh is very firm. It is a lot meatier than tofu, but it's still a very bland flavor. So we'll take up whatever flavor you use as your sauce, or a lot of people will use a dry rub. But here we go. Get it out of the package. I'll hold it so you can see the beans. So you can see it's just beans pressed together. You can see there's some discoloration. So sometimes people will get nervous about that, but it's just like cheese is fermented and it has different colors, and so does tempeh. You can cut it in strips or into cubes, but I'm going to cut it into triangles today just to give it a little more interesting look in my dish. But you can see it's pretty firm, very easy to slice. And here are our cute triangles. I am just using a bread pan today to marinate mine. I like it cooked in a sauce. I don't really like it dry. Then we're going to roast it. Sometimes people will put it in a skillet or will dry roast it, but I like it to be a little bit juicier. And so I'm going to put some ingredients on here and let it marinate overnight, and then bake it when I get home from work tomorrow. So just throw them on in here. There we go. And so then let me get my ingredients together. So I have 3 garlic cloves here, and I want to smash them. Anytime you're working with garlic, you'll want to smash it and then let it rest for about 10 minutes. This one won't stir that long, but I'm going to go ahead and smash it just so the chemicals can combine, so that we get all of the cancer fighters and micronutrients, let everything develop. Here we go. And I'm just going to set these aside while we do the rest. So first I have apple cider vinegar here. Whenever you buy apple cider vinegar, look for one that has the mother, that's the film on the bottom. And then let's do the Italian seasoning first. So this is one that I make. You can make your own or buy a blend, or just, you want about a tablespoon of herbs. So this one's oregano, basil, thyme, rosemary, a pinch of cayenne. I think I have some onion powder and garlic powder in there as well. Now I'm going to top it with the apple cider vinegar. I want 4 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. And there we go. Alright, so now I am adding 4 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. And then I'm going to add the Dijon mustard. You can use any kind of mustard that you like. I like Dijon. I want 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. And mustard is a part of the brassica family, just like your broccoli and collards and cabbage. But whenever you buy a prepared mustard, you'll want to make sure you read the ingredients. Sometimes they'll put yellow dye in there, and so you just want to make sure that you know what is in your food. Alright, and so now I want to add our 3 garlic cloves. First, I'm going to just trim off that little hard piece on the ends. Alright, discard that. And then I'm going to line them up and just thinly slice. Watch your fingers. And then I'm just going to keep going back and forth to finally chop all of this garlic. Back and forth. Garlic is good for you for so many reasons. This looks like a lot of garlic. It will give it a little bit garlic flavor, but after it marinates all day in the vinegar, overnight in the refrigerator, and then after we cook it, you will see that it will definitely mellow out. It will not be as pungent as it looks like it will be. Alright, now I'm just going to put this on top of the tempeh. Get all these good bits. Alright, now I'm going to set that to the side so that we can do the vegetables. Alright, so I have lots of green vegetables today. And the first thing I have are these beet greens. I juice beets every day, and so these are just the greens that are remaining. I'm just going to run my knife through a few times to give me some strips. And so we're going to be making almost like kale chips, but these will be with beet greens. Very similar flavor. Now beets are a little slippery when they're wet, so I'm not going to stack too many. I'm going to do more like one at a time than stacking them. So tomorrow I'm just going to bake the tempeh in this dish and dump the vegetables on a piece of parchment when I get home, and then I'm going to jump in the shower, and then dinner will be ready when I get out. Super quick and easy dinner. That one's kind of big, so I'm going to slice it the other way. I'm going to try a handful here. Just watch the fingers, make sure you have a really sharp knife that won't slide. Alright, now I have some broccoli. I already trimmed the end off of this one. We do eat the stems and the florets, and so I'm not too concerned about separating them. I just want everything in the bite-sized pieces, kind of an even size, so it all cooks about the same. This is all going to be dumped out onto a pan tomorrow all together, so I'm not too worried about keeping anything separated or organized. This piece is kind of big, so let me cut it a little bit more so those florets can be divided. Get the rest of these beet greens. And let's see. This broccoli, I didn't cut the end off. Let me cut that off. You can see I have cabbage here. I just love cabbage. It's so mild and sweet, especially this green or white cabbage. And I'm cutting it just like I did the beet greens, just in the kind of squares. It's just going to roast up just like kale chips as well. I'm not going to cook them as crispy as you would kale chips. I want them kind of just tender and done. Alright, so if you do this, just make sure you watch your fingers. Cabbage is so good for you. Lots of fiber, lots of minerals. There's a little bit of the stem here, just throwing that out. Gather up all that. My bowl's getting a little full. I love making dishes like this. It just makes it so easy when you run in late from work, or I like to work out after work, and so then I get home late and then trying to get it all on the table at a decent time. So this dish, I'll just be able to get a piece of parchment paper, preheat the oven, and then throw the tempeh in its container. Just stick it in as it is, because I'm not like I said, I like it cooked in the sauce and I like it dried out, and so I want it just cooked in there, even stacked on top of each other is fine. I have the broccoli. All the vegetables will be spread out on another piece of parchment. It may take 2 pans. We'll see what happens. And it will all roast while I'm in the shower. I don't even worry about timing it. There we go. My bowl is almost overflowing. This is how much of the broccoli I cut off. You can see, not too much, just the tough parts. There we go. Put it all in. With my wood foot on top. Let's see. There we go. I'll stick this in the refrigerator. I'll also put in our tempeh. I'm going to put some plastic wrap on top of that. Both of these will go in the refrigerator, and then they will be ready to pull out and throw into the oven in the morning, or in the afternoon. There we go. Let me stick these in the refrigerator. Hey guys, I just got home from work. It's been a long day. And so I wanted to show you how everything looks right now. So here is my tempeh that I put in the refrigerator last night that I showed you. So you can see it. I just stirred it up. It's still, you can see a lot of the Dijon mustard is still in there. So it's kind of going to have a glaze. I'm just going to stick this in the oven the way it is. I have my vegetables that I chopped for you last night. I'm going to spread them out on this parchment paper. Those greens will get brown and crispy, which is fine for me. This is the insert to my Instapot, so I'm going to throw in, so this is half red rice and half brown rice. I'm spilling water everywhere. I rinsed it and soaked it because it is a grain. See the water dripping. I only had half a cup of red rice. I wanted red or black, but I only had a half a cup of red, so I mixed a half a cup of red, half a cup of brown. I'm going to throw them in my Instapot here. In the insert, I'm going to add 2 cups of water. And I'm going to put this in my Instapot on high for 22 minutes. I have my oven preheated to 375 degrees, and so I'm going to put this and my tempeh in the oven. You can hear the Instapot beeping. It's getting started. Stir my tempeh a little bit. Stick them in the oven. Tempeh, vegetables. And I'm going to go jump in the shower because I just worked out before I came home. Here are some roasted peppers. They're from another video that I did. I'm going to thinly slice them. And when I get out of the shower, I'm going to just put them on top of those green vegetables and throw it back in the oven just for a couple minutes to warm them up, and then dinner will be served. Okay, right out of the shower, I'm ready to pull dinner out of the oven. Here is our tempeh. And our vegetables. I'll grab a plate. Alright, so here is my scoop of rice. I'll put on some of the marinated tempeh. Smells so good. Scoop up my vegetables. You can see the beet greens got pretty crispy. The red bell pepper looks delicious on top. And then I have liquid aminos. I'm allergic to wheat. This is my clean version of soy sauce. It is a soy sauce. So I'll just drizzle a little bit on top. And there we go.
If you make this, let me know. Post in the comments.